Hiya, John the Bee Man Saunders again here. I thought I'd just do a short video and show you the best way to mark a queen. Each year's got the code with a trusty smoker there. Look, I'll move that a bit. This is such an excellent smoker, this. I think the reason it's good is because this is leather, and if you get the canvas ones, all the air comes out of it, so when you puff, the air comes out of here instead of making the smoke. So you want to try and get a leather puffer or bellows on your smoker. I'll put that out of the way a minute. So as I say, we mark the queen each year with the relevant colour for the year, and this year 2018 is the red one. So here's the red pen. What I normally do is I just tap it on a bit of wood before I mark the queen to make sure there's not too much ink coming out at the end. So that's the first stage. You can get these queen catchers. They're quite good for catching the queen if you want to move it or take it out of the hive for a little while. So that's good for doing that, but it's no good for marking a queen. Now you can pick the queen up by your hands and you can hold the queen and you can mark it, but it does make you shake a bit sometimes, and some people find that difficult. So I'm just going to show you the easy way. You know, this, to me, it's simple and it always works and it never fails with me. I use one of these. Make sure when you get them that they slide in and out the tube really well, because some of them stick in the tube and it makes it hard to push. So you want it, I just ground mine down with a little bit of sandpaper, so you can just go in and out easily. So you put the queen in there, push it up to the end where it's got a grid, and without squashing the queen and hurting her, just until she doesn't quite move, then you mark it with the red dot of the year. So we'll go over to the nuke now. It is on one of my video channels, increasing the nuke. So we go to that nuke in the garden and I'll show you how to find and catch the queen and mark her. Okay. There we are. Well, we'll show you how to mark the queen now. We've got the red marker and the hive tool. We've got the queen catcher, and we've got our trusty smoker. So we won't probably need the smoker because it's just a nuke, but we've got it for a backup, as you say. Here we go then. Gently lift the lid. Just lift the lid off like that. Allow the light to go in a bit, and then put it back again for a few seconds. So just get some used to the light. So they're shocking them. You don't want to bump the hive or shock them to get them a bit defensive. So treat them gently like that. We've got the cover. We've got a plastic cover on this hive so you can see in. We just gently get that off. Popularised it a bit. Not too bad actually. We try not to jerk this as we take this cover off. It's a bit stuck on that side. Now gently take that off. It's stuck there. There we are. No queen on there. And what we do is, we've got our pen ready. Got a catcher. We start at the far end. We take this is an empty frame in this one. Just like that, they haven't done anything with it. If you've looked at any of my other videos, you'll see that I increase this hive by adding a frame of brood to it. So this is increased from a very, very small swarm I got to quite substantial now. You look on the inside first, not on the back frame, on this frame here for the queen, because it was in darkness there, so we look on this frame side first. Turn it over. She's not on there anywhere. Put that down there. We're looking for the queen. It's ready. Right. Just go sort of gently like that, without jarring them. That was a super I put in there, a super frame, and they've drawn it down here. This has been drawn down by them. It'll come down to here eventually. Normally they put drone in there, drone cells, but they put worker in this time. So they're not thinking of swarming, they're too small. So, oh, here's the queen. Right, we'll put that on there. You can rest it on there because it's got the little knobs. You get the, that's the queen. She was a little elusive there. Simple like that. Just put the queen in there like that, and the catcher. As I say, you can mess them on them little knobs. She did escape from me, going through a little hole in the frame there then, which can happen, so we just give that a little tap on here just to make sure there's no too much ink. We push this up like this as a little pusher without squeezing the queen too hard. We get her to the top where she's still, and we just sort of dab like that, just like that on her thorax. A small dab like that. It's simple as that. This is the most gentle way of doing it. I'll try and show you in the camera. There we are. There's the queen, all marked. She might come to the top in a minute and turn over. If I go like that, make it dark, she might turn over. There we are, you can see her in there, you can see her marked. See the little dot on her back now? There, just a small red dot. There she is in there. Just there, look, small red dot. Yeah, it's a lovely queen. It's got all its legs. The body looks in good condition. There it is there marked. Yep, it's a great queen. It's laying really well. What we do is we just rest that there now, let the paint dry, and we can put the hive back. While she's drying, we just have a quick look through the hive. You see the bees are quite calm. Now this is a frame I put in here from the other hive on my other video to boost the numbers, and all the bees have emerged, and the queen has laid eggs on every single cell. Don't know if we can see that in the camera, but every cell is full of eggs, so the queen has done a good job. Put that down in there. We have a look at this one. See, they're really, as long as you don't jar them, they're quite gentle. There's a full frame of cat brood, all biscuit colour, good condition. That side as well, look, that's what you want with a good queen. and that is going to be marvellous. We'll put that away now. Put this away. Okay. Put this flame back. Put the second to last frame in the same way as you took it out. That way round. You know, they've drawn that out nice, there's stores in there. Make sure it's closed up properly. Put the last frame in. That way round actually. There we go. That's your lovely fat queen. Really good condition, all marked. Going back in the hive now. All you have to do is take the plunger out, turn it upside down. She will run that back down in. Now she's gone in. Run in, so that's that. She ran straight back down into the two frames there. So that's her in there nice and safe. Put the plastic lid back on. This is our see-through cover. I have been feeding this hive with some syrup, but I won't feed it anymore because they're at a stage now where they're able to grow themselves. There's only 1 or 2 frames left for them to grow into, then I'll have to put it into a hive. So that's how to easily find the queen, mark it in the nuke. Well, the reason I've marked the queen today and showed you it in the nuke is because in a couple of weeks' time, or I think it's about 2 weeks' time, I'm going to a school. I go to schools, especially the village school, and I'm going to another school, primary school, to show them the bees, and I'm going to actually show them that small nuke that I've showed you marking the queen, so that when they're in the nuke, another nuke I've got with a glass top where you can see the bees, and I'll put the frame up on top. I don't know if you've ever seen them before. It's an observation hive, and the children can actually see the queen, and I'll tell them that it's marked with a red dot, so it's all ready for them to have a look at the queen. And it's a good thing to do if you're beekeeping. You've been doing it a few years, just to show the children. This bush behind me is very prevalent. It's called a parson's rose, and this is only about 3 years old, and it's grown right over the shed, and it's full of flowers, and the fragrance is really good. So, and it's excellent for bees. The bees do love it, although they seem to go on it about 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't know if it gives off more nectar then, but that's when they seem to be really on it. So it's a good thing to grow in your garden for bees. Parson knows. My wife said I've got to smile a bit more on the camera because I'm grumpy. So yeah, it's Parson's Rose, not nose. Sorry. So I'm just going to show you a few little things in the garden. Here we've got a solar wax melter. It's a really good thing. You've got a lid there, like the glass, and it's on a metal or aluminium frame in there. You put all your old wax in there, all your frames. At the beginning of the season, you take all the old ones out, put them in there, and the sun melts all the wax, and it all runs down into a trough, and then we can get all the wax, clean it, and make candles. I will be doing a video on making candles as well on my channel, but this is a very good thing to have in your garden. It really does pay for itself. They do seem to be quite expensive. I got this one second hand. There we are. It's always nice to sell your own honey from your front door. So happy beekeeping to everyone. And there's the honey sign and a hive in the background. This is a lovely location to keep your bees, and I hope you enjoy every minute of beekeeping, and I hope these videos inspire you and help you in some small way. Thanks for watching. John the Bee Man Saunders.